Recently, I've been waking up to a kitchen that looks like a disaster. And you might be saying, well, aren't you doing the dishes the night before you go to bed? And I'll tell you, I am not. I've decided that for the recent past couple weeks, I've been so tired at the end of the day that the last thing I want to do is stand there for an additional 45 minutes to an hour and clean the kitchen because I'm not a night person. I'm a morning person. So when I wake up early in the morning, I have to nurse the baby, and typically he goes right back to sleep. I roll out of bed and I make a cup of coffee. I turn on my favorite YouTubers and I stand there and I clean my kitchen. And I have no interruptions, and it's actually pretty therapeutic. And in a lot of ways, it's just been a lot better. So that's been the new morning routine, is a deep clean of my kitchen. I love you. Let me see that tooth. Let me see that tooth. Wow. It's really coming through. Yeah. Okay, I am pulling myself together because we are heading out as a family and we're gonna go look at cars. You're good. You're okay. Just give me 5 minutes. Even 3. I'll take 3 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna get that. Head out because we have to go to the car dealership to get something done on our car. And while we're there, we're gonna look at a second vehicle. We are gonna be looking at trucks because now that we have the farm, it is really what makes most sense to get something like that. Also, my blood sugars really spiked this morning and I don't know why. Sometimes they just do. So, kind of gave a rage bolus. If you don't know what a rage bolus is, as a type 1 diabetic, you've probably heard somebody say it before. And essentially, when your blood sugars are either having a random spike that doesn't really make sense or kind of a stubborn high, you will overcorrect. And you're like, I'll deal with it later. Probably have to eat something because I gave too much insulin. And that's what I've done. So, I'm sure as soon as I nurse this little sweet baby, they'll really start coming down because nursing lowers your blood sugars, which is helpful and also sometimes troublesome. But most of the time, it's really nice because you get to eat a snack. And I love snacks. Okay, we're going to pause here and I'm going to go nurse this baby. Now we're back. Let's finish getting ready. Anyway, so we're going to go look at trucks because that will just make the most sense for what we need. Go to the store to get some groceries because I'm gonna make my own birthday cake. My birthday's this weekend. I guess I should say that. I think I'm gonna make this video a little birthday weekend vlog. My birthday's not until Tuesday, but we're gonna celebrate with my family this weekend. So that'll be fun. It's kind of a weird year. I'm gonna be turning 29 and I still feel like I'm 23. I think that's how I feel. I don't really feel the need to do much for my birthday, but I do like baking, so I'm going to bake a cake for myself. I've done that for years, honestly. Usually I make a cookie cake because I love cookie cake, especially growing up. And then this year, though, since I've gotten into kind of bread baking, I want to make a homemade vanilla cake with buttercream frosting, of course using all good ingredients, and I'm hoping it'll turn out delicious because I do love vanilla cake. At first I wasn't sure if I want to do like a yellow cake with chocolate frosting, but I think I've decided on vanilla cake with buttercream, vanilla buttercream. So that sounds like it'll be delicious. And I'll do my best to make it cute, but I don't really have much skill in that anymore. A fun fact about me is that I actually, growing up, started a cake decorating business, and I was taking cake decorating classes at Michael's when I think I was 13 years old. Oops. And I actually got decently good at it, and I had a little portfolio binder that I would show to people, and then they would pay me to make cakes for their events. They were not that great, you know, but for being 13, it wasn't bad. And I always put all that money towards horseback lessons. And then once I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, I had a really hard time being around all of that frosting and cake, and I feel like I couldn't taste my cakes and taste my frostings because I was doing like true, you know, baker style, where I was making everything from scratch. I had like a full-on cake decorating kit. And after type 1 diabetes diagnosis, I stopped. Is he okay? I'm gonna change his outfit before we leave. Okay. I've been using this new mascara. It's called Cali Ray. And it is a tube mascara. I thought I would love it. I don't know. I just don't like it as much. I much prefer the Ilia one. But now I'm trying to just get rid of this. Okay. I kind of don't love my top. I'm wearing this Indigo Luna skirt. And I think I have stains on it. Maybe that just happened. I don't know. I actually went and ordered all of these like basic tops, and they were all too small. I'm like, I don't think I know my size at all anymore. I don't know what's going on. Okay, that's makeup look. Okay. Let's see what we're gonna do with my hair. I hate my outfit. I think I'm gonna change. Okay. I think this is better. I just needed like some color, you know? It's a gray day out. I need a little something. I've always really liked this piece. Oh yes!
You gotta do these buttons.
I hope you can wear it on Thanksgiving. That would be super cute. Look how cool he looks, Daddy. We are at the car dealership, and we've been here for over an hour. And Russ has just been talking to them about trucks. And I just came in the car to nurse the baby. But the work on our car is done, so. Anyways, we're just hanging out in the car waiting for Dad. We are back home. I just ate some leftovers. And I made some fresh sourdough chocolate chip cookies. I have been doing this recently where I will make a big batch of chocolate chip cookies with my sourdough discard, and then I will either scoop and freeze them, or if I know I have guests coming over, I'll just leave it in the fridge and scoop out the dough and then make fresh cookies. It is the best thing ever. I will probably do it for the rest of my life. It's just so nice to always be like, I have fresh out of the oven hot chocolate chip cookies for you, or whatever kind of cookie dough. There are some recipes though that are not meant to be chilled for long periods of time, so do keep that into consideration if you're thinking about converting a cookie dough to that. Anyways, we did stop at Publix on our way home, and I stayed in the car with the baby. And Russ brought me flowers. That was really a nice surprise. So, apples and some Stonyfield's organic Greek yogurt. I would love to have like better dairy options, but can't find them. Not around here. I have to go really far away. Until I have to go outside and deal with the barn stuff, I'm gonna be feeding him again in an hour. Wait, right? I think so. Yeah, in about an hour. So until then, I'm just going to chill out for a little bit, and then I've got a lot of stuff inside. I have a huge load of laundry I need to fold. I need to really finish cleaning up the kitchen. For dinner, I think I might just make a pesto pasta. I have like pre-made pesto sauce in the refrigerator, and it's really good. So I'm probably gonna do something like that.
Yeah, something kind of good.
Here.
Do you have more bulbs inside?
I should have some, I think. I just really need to get one to see, right? Okay, so I think the problem down at the barn is just that the bulbs are dead, which is very likely because I don't know when last time they were ever changed. I just kind of feared it was a bigger problem, but just dead bulbs is no, oh my gosh, I almost stepped on a cat. No big deal. I just opened up a package, and I'm not gonna lie, this was one of those 4 a.m. online shopping while nursing things, but I'm so glad I did it because it felt like a fun surprise that came in the mail. And I'm like very picky about what I buy, and that's the problem because sometimes I will wait, and then usually what I want, it always goes out of stock because I know it's good when I see it, and then they don't have my size. So with this, I just bought it. It was not on sale, but I think I did have a discount code because it was like my birthday thing. So look how cute this sweatshirt is. It is a Budweiser. I don't really drink ever, and I really don't drink beer, but the horses, how cute is this? And it's just such a nice size. It might be out of stock at this point, but it is from Aerie, and I think I got a medium. Yep. So it's very soft inside too. All right, I put on some jeans, and now I'm gonna put on some sweatpants to finish up the lights that we were dealing with down at the barn. It looks like we do have power. The power is not working with the, I don't know what you call it, what you put the light bulb in. That is not working, so we're gonna have to get new things. Clearly I'm not familiar with that sort of talk. Anyways, okay, sweatpants are on. Now it's time to go figure out some dinner. I'm gonna make pasta with some kind of green, and that'll be enough. All right, I'm gonna go and figure out some dinner because it's already it's just after 5 o'clock. So he's gonna be going down in a couple hours. He needs one more power nap. He just needs to sleep for like 20 minutes. And then he will nurse and go down for good. So, okay, hopefully we can make that happen. For dinner, I'm getting ready, and I just wanted to show you my blood sugars for a minute here. As you can see, they're not a perfectly straight graph. I used to have much better control of the range that my blood sugars fluctuated, but since birth, baby's needs are more important than mine, and that means that I don't often get to pre-bolus like I should, and that's okay. I'm figuring it out along the way, and I'm still learning. So for dinner, I'm keeping it really simple with a beautiful head of broccoli and this really quick Banza pasta that reminds me of my childhood with better ingredients. This is not the most nutritious meal, but I did my best. It's a Friday night. The week has me so tired, and I haven't really meal prepped, so this is what worked. And then the next morning, I woke up and nursed the baby as usual, and then came out for a quick breakfast. And this morning we were running pretty low on groceries, so I just used 2 apples. I was just feeling like something fresh this morning. Usually I do like oatmeal or something, but I did a couple apples, some organic peanut butter, and hemp seeds, and this will be enough to hold me over until later. So after I eat this in peace and quiet, the baby woke up, and we did a little bit of tummy time, just waiting for the sun to come up. And after that, I decided to get ready, and we were heading off to the store for one of my birthday requests, which is a trip to Whole Foods. Because of where I live, I pretty much only go shopping at Walmart and Kroger, and that means I don't get to have a lot of the cool, fun, health foody things. So we went to Whole Foods this weekend because I needed some specific things for my cake, so I thought I'd show you what I picked up. One, we got these chomps. I don't really like this, but Russ does, so I got those for him. I restocked and I got some more of his mac and cheese. I'm not sure what deluxe means, but we'll find out eventually. I also picked up some organic chicken stock because this can be helpful in a pinch. A bunch of my favorite corn tortillas. These are from the brand Mi Rancho. Or if I was being my southern self, I'd say Rancho. But who knows? Some of these Unreals because they were last chance on sale. And I do like having these when we have a bunch of people coming by and stuff, because I can just like, would you like a little piece of candy? And a lot of people usually say yes. Organic buttermilk because I need this for my cake. Some of my most recent found delicious butter. This is Maple Hill Organic. I think I'm going to do a whole video on Instagram talking about my favorite grass-fed butters that you can get at the store. And this is going to be included because it's delicious. I got some organic celery because for my birthday, I'm going to start off my day with some celery juice. I used to do this all the time. You can watch my older videos. And I haven't done it in a very long time. So I'm going to treat myself to a nice green juice. I also picked up some of these really beautiful pears. We have pear trees that we've planted and they haven't bloomed yet, but the blush on these pears, they're going to be so good. One of my favorite apples ever. These are opal apples. They're really, really good. And again, they have really pretty blush color on them. Squash. This roasted with maple syrup is so delicious. I'm craving some Earl Grey tea, and this one was on sale. So I'm going to make some Earl Grey tea and put some creamer in there. It's going to be really delicious. Powdered sugar. And I know you can make your own powdered sugar, but I don't want to do that today. So I picked up some organic powdered sugar for my frosting. I always look for peanut butter that only has 2 ingredients, peanuts and salt. That's it. My camera's about to die. I hope I can get through this. I picked up some Coterie diapers because I'm going to try them, since the diapers that we use, or we have been using, they changed ingredients and now they're going to start adding chlorine into them. So, and my camera died. So continuing on with the video, just filming from my phone now. My kitchen was a mess after unloading everything, so I got everything put away and started on the dishes that were left out from dinner last night and this morning. So after that was put away, I was just wearing the baby, which I would say 50% of his naps are in the carrier and the other 50% are in his crib. So that just works for me, and I like still wearing him. But once he was really asleep, I transferred him and he stayed asleep, which is always just the best. And I got started on my cake because the day was already getting kind of late and I really wanted to finish it before I went to bed. So I'm just making a simple vanilla buttercream cake, and I have to show you this new salt box that I got. I found this on Etsy. It's a vintage little salt box or salt cellar. It's so beautiful, hand painted, one of a kind sort of thing. At least that's what the ad said, and I love it. And if you're a home cook or home chef, you know how much salt and seasoning you have to reach for, so it makes it so helpful to have that on the countertop. And for this recipe, back to the cake, I am weighing out my ingredients because I feel like just following what the recipe suggests is the best thing to do. And I'm also pulling out my stand mixer, which has gotten so much love this holiday season. I always kind of go through phases of using it a lot, and then I'll go for a month or two without touching it. But I'm always glad when I have it during this time of year because you can make bigger batches of stuff, and it's so nice to have the luxury of adding your ingredients and letting it run while you prep other things, tidy up after a task, and it can just continue mixing for you. So that's really nice. The only thing I would say that is a downside to it is with certain recipes, you do have to frequently scrape the sides and the bottom of the bowl, and that can sometimes feel a little tedious, but I still think in the long run it's worth it. I know I got my whatever you call this thing, the stand mixer, when I was first married, and I have loved it ever since. So here I'm just adding in my flour mixture and my buttermilk, and You know, with recipes like this, using butter and milk and flour and eggs, these things that are sometimes demonized, especially things that use cane sugar, I really believe after many years of experimenting with this way of eating and that way of eating, when you're making something like a birthday cake, using wholesome quality ingredients can still make you feel really good. I had no negative side effects after eating some birthday cake, and I do believe it's from using quality ingredients. And, you know, it's not like we're eating cake like this every day. So when I do make it, I thoroughly enjoy it and I move on. I don't really try and detox from something like this. I just really enjoy the moment of getting to bake something with quality ingredients. So, as I mentioned, this is a vanilla buttercream cake, or I'm sorry, vanilla buttermilk cake. And I'm just using two 9-inch round pans, which the recipe actually called for 8-inch. So my cake pans did turn out a little thin, but it's okay because it's my cake, so I don't really care what it looks like. I just want it to taste good. I'm going to get started on my vanilla buttercream. So for the buttercream, I am just using very simple ingredients, some organic, as you saw, powdered sugar, organic grass-fed butter, a little pinch of salt, and lots of vanilla extract, and that's about it. So here I'm just on the phone with my mom asking her about plans for tomorrow. And once my buttercream frosting is done, I'm just going to set it to the side because I need to start on our dinner and get the baby ready for bed. After we finished dinner, I decided to go into the nursery and try and organize a little bit of his room since family's coming into town. So there has been a growing pile of clothes in his room from all of the things he's already outgrown. And I'm actually in here, and my husband is with me, and the baby is actually having a meltdown. So I'll let you hear just a second of the reality. Yeah, so sometimes he does really well with his daddy, but most of the time, the only thing that seems to calm him down is being in my arms, which is, you know, sometimes challenging. You can see I actually have a brace on my wrist because I was struggling with wrist pain. I talked about this on my Instagram. I ended up having to go to an orthopedic doctor and I got a lot of help from that. But beside the point, I can't believe he's already grown out so many little outfits, and you know, I'm saving them for future babies. So after the baby was finally put down, it was time to address my cake that had cooled. And unfortunately, it definitely did not come out clean. But you know what? The positive side is that I got to taste my cake. So I just scraped off the bottom and it was delicious. So it was really okay. Because you're making it from scratch and homemade, and when it's your own birthday cake, who cares if it really turns out that pretty, you know? I mean, I did my best, but I also wasn't really putting too much effort into it. And at this point in the evening, I was really tired. So I was just trying to get things done. I did have fun decorating, but I got to a point where I was probably a little bit too in my head. I think I spent too much time just frosting things out, trying to make it look even. But I decided just to do a double layer cake, and I actually had 9-inch rounds, so I didn't have the right width of the cake pan. They were a little bit big, but it was fine. It turned out just as delicious, even though the layers were a little bit thinner. And I just listened to some calming music and got lost in cake decorating, which can be a lot of fun. As a type 1 diabetic, I have to be careful not to like lick my fingers too much because I will definitely be spiking my blood sugars if I kept up with that. So being mindful and just trying to get as even as layers I could. And then by the next morning, I decided to finish. This is again at like 5 a.m. the next morning. I'm just cleaning up my cake plate. I didn't get footage of the night before, but I was using these Watkins sprinkles. They don't have any food coloring in them. They use things like spirulina and maybe like beet juice. I don't know. They don't taste like anything but sugar sprinkles because that's essentially what they are. But there's just no dye in them, and that's really nice. So I'm doing yet again another cleanup and trying to get this done before the baby wakes up for his first long stretch. And then I will be getting myself ready to head over to my parents to celebrate a little birthday with my family. Okay, so excuse all the mess in the background. That is just me, and also I'm trying to decorate some for Christmas, but I did want to give you an update because I've gotten a lot done this morning. I'd like deep clean my bathroom because my in-laws are coming in next week, and you know, always is a good reason to give you some motivation to clean when you're having guests come in town. And then also, I was finishing up making the cake. I think I showed some of that and was just trying to get some breakfast going. And now I'm getting ready to tidy up the kitchen, and then we're heading to my parents' place to celebrate my birthday. So I wanted to show you my cake now that I finished decorating. Here's what it looks like. Oh, I love all the sprinkles. I think it would have looked a little taller, but I had 9-inch round cake pans instead of 8-inch. And I just hope everybody enjoys it. But that's the one good thing about making your own birthday cake. Instead of making somebody else's birthday cake, you have like a lot of pressure that they like it. But if it's your birthday cake, all it's important is that you like it. I mean, it's nice that everyone enjoys it, but you know, less pressure. I wish I had like some butterfly, I don't know, like little decoration things for the top that didn't involve frosting, so I could just put it on there and look pretty. But I don't have anything like that. Maybe my mom will have some cute stuff I can put on there just to take a picture. We'll see. Anyways, little one is pretty fussy right now, so we're putting him in the wrap while I get stuff done. Then we're gonna nurse, get in the car, and head to lunch. I'm also bringing some sourdough bread that we didn't finish, and I can always share bread. This will be fine. Yes. Oh, okay. All right. Hi, everybody. Happy birthday to you. To end my video out here, I wanted to say thank you for hanging out with me this weekend. It's Monday morning. We got home from my parents' place and I was just really tired, so I didn't get my camera back out, and also I didn't film much there. Sorry, it's a whirlwind because I don't really see my siblings as much as I used to, so whenever we get together, I want to be more present and see my nieces and all that. So anyways, I'm going to continue decorating for Christmas. Thanks for hanging out with me in today's vlog. I will show you really quick the cake. Hang on. This is what's left of the birthday cake. As you can see, I'm currently eating a slice for breakfast because it isn't your birthday if you're not eating cake for breakfast. It's the one time it is absolutely acceptable and necessary. So anyways, I have so much to do because we have some guests coming over today and also multiple other days this week. So I gotta get cleaning and put all this stuff away. I hope to see you in the next video. I'm gonna try and do a sit down video of all the things that I've loved for a newborn baby as a first time mom, and also I'm gonna do an updated hair video soon because I always get requests for those, which honestly I'm like surprised you are still interested, but I'm here to talk about hair if you want to talk about hair. I will see you in the next video. Bye.